What's up guys, it's your boy Big T and this is Life and Adventures of Big T. And in this video, we're going to be looking at the top 5 scary Horrid Henry theories. Now, Horrid Henry has been my favorite novel book since I was a child and is the only time that I've actually read a book from start to finish because I don't like reading books at all. But novels are an exception. But anyways, let's get down to business. In number 5, we have Horrid Henry has abusive parents. Henry doesn't seem like the kind of child that can be abused, considering the fact that he's every adult and parent's worst nightmare as a child. But Henry actually suffers a lot of abuse and neglect from his parents. Mom and dad treat him unfairly and poorly and are always executing severe and harsh punishments on him for the littlest of reasons. But his brother, Perfect Peter, seems to get away with all the wrong deeds he's committed throughout the series. I mean, have you guys not watched Horrid Henry, Perfect Peter's Horrid Revenge, or Horrid Day, or Perfect Peter's Revenge? I mean, if you watch those episodes, you'll see that Peter is not the perfect little angel that the series paints him out to be. He has a bad side, but mom and dad just seem to overlook that bad side and consider him to be this perfect angel who is incapable of harming a fly. I mean, Peter literally has a devil side. I mean, you've seen that in the episodes. But mom and dad just seem to pamper him and spoil him and don't even reprimand him the way they reprimand Henry whenever he does something wrong. So yes, Henry not only suffers abuse, but mom and dad also spoil his younger brother, giving Peter authority over Henry and also giving Peter a stage and a platform to do whatever he wants to get under Henry's skin. And that brings me to my next point. Coming in at number 4, we have Perfect Peter is the true villain. Perfect Peter is not the perfect angel everybody paints him out to be because he is the true villain. Henry may seem like the bad egg in the family, but Peter is actually worse than him. I mean, Peter always does wrong things to spite Henry and always gets him in trouble with his parents. He also likes reporting all of Henry's bad deeds to his parents, even when it's not necessary. I mean, Peter just seems to take a kick out of seeing Henry suffer, which makes him the true villain of the series. Peter always wants to be the favorite child and even got angry and even tried to purposely get Henry into trouble in the episode Horrid Henry's Perfect Day. When Henry tried to reform himself so that he could go to the fun fair and gain his parents' appease, Peter thought that Henry was pulling some kind of scam and allegedly tried to get him to do bad deeds so that his parents would punish him. If that's not evil, I don't know what is. Coming in at number 3, we have Henry and Margaret actually like each other. I mean, Henry and Margaret may seem like mortal enemies, but the truth is that they may actually harbor feelings towards each other. If you watch the episode Horrid Henry Gets Married, Henry attempts to steal something from moody Margaret and her friend Sour Susan. While escaping, Henry mistakenly hits his head very hard against the fence. Henry falls unconscious and he enters this parallel universe where he sees himself and Margaret getting married. Kind of like a fantasy universe. I mean, if Henry actually fantasizes about marrying Margaret, that means that he could actually like her. I mean, harbor feelings towards her, even though he denies it whenever people bring it up that he doesn't have feelings towards Margaret. For him to fantasize about marrying her just shows that he actually may harbor some romantic feelings towards her. Margaret also seems to have mutual feelings towards Henry because despite the fact that she's always mocking him, like comparing him to slimy frogs and rattlesnakes, Margaret actually may also harbor mutual feelings towards Henry but doesn't know how to tell him. I mean, one of the things that actually says a girl likes you is the fact that she's always disturbing you. I mean, I learned that in primary school. I mean, like elementary school, whenever a girl was always insulting you, chasing after you, mocking you, people would say that, oh, this girl got a crush on you. So Margaret may actually harbor feelings towards Henry, but she doesn't actually know how to tell him. Even in the episode Perfect Peter's Revenge, where Perfect Peter writes a fake love letter to Margaret and Susan, signing Henry's name on the note, Margaret gets super obsessed over the letter and tries to force Henry to admit that he loves her. I mean, that's love right there. Coming in at number 2, we have Henry's school is also a very bad place for children. I mean, like, Horrid Henry may seem like the troublemaker of the school, but truly the problem is with the school, actually. Teachers like Miss Battleaxe, Soggy Sid, Mrs. Lovely, and the school's principal, Mrs. Oddbod, don't actually see the abuse that Henry is suffering in his home. Instead, they side with his parents and always report him to them, but never actually ask what Henry's behavior is actually being caused by. Why is Henry so horrid? Have they actually tried to look at things from his point of view? Do they try and investigate what's happening in his home? But no, the school literally does nothing. They don't care to even know Henry's backstory. They're always just criticizing him and punishing him and reporting him to his parents whenever he doesn't meet up to their standards. So yes, this school claims to be saints, but actually they are the real bad guys. I mean, a kid is literally being abused by his parents and you don't care to investigate more. What kind of bad school is that? Coming in at number 1, we have Horrid Henry is autistic. Now, this is actually the most mind-blowing theory I can actually come up with. And one of the most mind-blowing theories that I actually got from the internet. In this theory, it turns out that Horrid Henry may actually have some form of mental disorder like ADHD, autism, or even dyslexia. A lot of fans have actually proved and also come up with this theory, but it's actually unconfirmed. I mean, I actually believe that Horrid Henry may have autism, considering the fact that he actually exhibits the abilities and behaviors of an autistic person. Horrid Henry has also shown to be very smart. I mean, he's always smart, coming up with these ideas to get out of trouble, to spite and get revenge on his parents and his brother. But even despite all this intelligence, he still gets bad grades in school. And that brings me back to my 5th theory, my number 5 theory, that Henry's parents are abusive and neglectful. I mean, they don't care about Henry's well-being. Whenever Henry does badly in school, instead of them to offer their encouragement, saying, "Come on, Henry, school isn't that hard. Just study, focus on your books, and you'll be able to pass and do well in school." But no, whenever Henry gets bad grades, all they do is just yell at him, scold him, or punish him. So yes, Henry may actually be autistic and may actually need some mental help, like for the help of a therapist or a psychologist, but his parents are too neglectful to care about Henry's mental and emotional well-being. And that brings me to the end of this video. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure you also share this video with your friends and family. It really helps me out. Anyways, I'm Big T, and this is Life and Adventures of Big T. See ya.